Hi, I am Taha. In this video, we will try to populate the PowerApps combo box with the SharePoint group, with the Office 365 group, and with the all users. So let's start it. So first of all, we need to create a blank solution. And in the blank solution, we need to go to the settings. In the setting, we need to make sure the display is like scale to fit, and those options log aspect ratio, these need to be turned off, so this will show the complete screen. After that, we need to make sure, in order to add the modern controls and themes options need to be enabled. After that, we need to make sure that we have created a data connection with the SharePoint list. We have created a SharePoint list of tasks. We have created a connection with the Office 365 all users, and we have created a connection with the Office 365 all groups. So let's start with the SharePoint list. In the SharePoint list, we can see we have one by default title column. Another is Office 365 column, Office 365 groups column. The second one is the all users column, and the third one is the SharePoint group. All of them, you can see the types of these three columns are the person or group: Office 365 group, all users, and SharePoint group. So let's jump back to the PowerApps screen. At this stage, we need to add the edit forms option. So if we will go to the control, insert, and we will search for the forms, you can see we have multiple options are there. These are the classic controls, and these are the modern control. So we will use the modern form layout. We will click on this control, and it will ask us to create a connection. So we will select our SharePoint list of tasks. Once we click over there, by default, it will populate all of the columns from the SharePoint list to here. Or additionally, we can edit from the fields level from here as well. We can see all the columns are populated over there. In this example, we don't need the title column, so we will remove the title column, and the layout we will set it to 1. So in the each line, it will show us the single line of control, and we need to create a responsive screen. So for that, we need to add a container as well. Here we can see we have added the container, but it's overlapped the form. So we need to cut our form from here, and we need to paste within the container. Paste. So now our forms exist within the container. Now we need to set the height and width of the form. So if we will go to the container, we will set the width. We can see what is the width. We will try to set it parent.width. And same for the height, we will try to set it parent.height. And if you notice, these are not starting from the top, so we need to set the x and y value to 0. Right now it's 60, so we will set it to 0. Same for the y axis, like we will set it from 60 to 0. So if we can see, this form is not showing properly. So in order to show it properly, we need to set the height and width of the container. So we will not change any width and height properties for the screen. We will select the container, and within the container we will select the width, and in the width it's defined fixed. So we will change it to parent.width minus 60. Same thing for the height. We will select the container, and we will go to the height, and we will set it parent.height minus 60. Now we can notice like this one. Same thing for the form. We need to select the form, and we need to check the width. The width of the form is fixed, so we will change it to the parent.width, say minus 60, in order to adjust it alignment or in the center. And same for the height, we will set it parent.height minus 60. Okay, if you notice, like this form is not showing in the center, so we will select the container, and here from here the direction we will set it into the center, these both properties. And if we will select our control, we can check the width of the control as well. It's fixed as well, so we will define it parent.width minus same thing 60. This is for the example. And same for the other rest of the controls, we will change it from 800 to dynamic property. It will get the width from the screen and minus the 60. So the next step is to set the formatting. In order to set the formatting, we need to again select the container, and we will set the X property to 30, and same for the Y 30. Now in order to differentiate, we will set the colors. Let's say for the screen we will set the background color light gray, so we will set the gray color code. So this will show the our screen background color is gray. Now we need to populate the form container. So we will select the container, and we will change its color from transparent to white. So it will look like something like after that we will select the container again, and we will try to set the border color. First we need to enhance the border radius from 4 to 25, and then we can select any custom color in order to make it more visible. We need to select the border control. From the border control property, we can select any color. For more formatting, we will do one thing. We will increase the height of the control. By default it's 32, so we will set it 45. Same for the other controls. From 32 to 45, and same for the last control. Okay, so we need to fix it properly. In order to fix it, we will select the each data card, and we will remove this value minus 60, so it will be displayed in a better way. So let's check the preview. In order to check the preview, we need to select the form first, and we need to make sure that form mode is on the new mode instead of the edit mode. Default mode, we will see it's edit, so we need to set it to new. Save it, and let's see the preview. So it looks like very much responsive. We will select any screen, it will show us in the proper format. So for now we will select the desktop screen, browser screen, window size, and continue our journey. So in order to populate the drop down, first we will select the Office 365 groups. So you will go to the admin center in the SharePoint, and from here you will select any group. Once you select any group, like in this scenario I have selected test group, you can see the group ID in the URL over there. So this is the group ID. Okay, so you will select this group ID, and you will come back to your ComboBox drop down list, and in the ComboBox we need to select the items property. In the items property, first we need to unlock this in order to make it editable. After that, once we make it editable, we need to select the items, and we need to change it from the Office 365 groups .list group members, and we will select the same ID that we have selected from the URL. Once we set this, we need to select the control again, and in the fields property we need to select the field, and we will add the fields, which field we need to display. So in our example, we will select the display name. So let's check the preview. If I will select the group, I can see only these 3 users, because we have only these 3 users exist in our test group members. We have this advisory user, we have executor user, we have the Taha Zubair Ahmed user. So same users which exist only in the Office 365 group, only those users will be available over there. You can search them by name and it will display by default, it will display all users which exist in the group. Now the second, we need to select the all users. Same for the all users, we will select the items property, and in the items property we will replace the choices options. Again we need to unlock this and we will replace it with the filter criteria, with the Office 365 all users, search user, and in the search we will define the terms. So what will be the term? In the search term we will define the self.search text, means the same control which we are currently on, that will be called by the self dot. So we will select the self.search text, and we have above that we have added the filter. The account name which display name start with the test, that will not be displayed in our case. Same thing, we need to select the display name from the fields. We will select the display name and let's check the preview. If we will click on the all users, it will show all the users which are exist in our all users group. By default there is a one group in the Office 365 with the name all users, which contains all users. So it will show all the users and the search will work as well. The SharePoint group, in this scenario, in this section, we will load the users which are exist only in the particular SharePoint group. So if we will go, so in this section we can see we have selected the SharePoint group column with the type pupils only, and we have specifying the groups, like this field will only display the user from the particular demo members SharePoint group. So if we will go to the items, we just need to add one more property. First we need to unlock this. After unlock, we need to add one more property, self.search text, and same thing again we need to define the display name. So if we will see like this is the demo member group, and we can see this contain 1, 2, 3, 4 users which we have selected by using the self.search text, and if we will run it, it's supposed to show us the 4 users. Now we can see we have these 3 users exist in our SharePoint group which we have linked demo members. If we will try to find the advisory test user, it's appearing in the drop down. But if I will try to find my users, like my user Taha user is not exist in this group, in this SharePoint group. So if I will try to find my user, it will not show me my username because it's not exist in the group. So the next step is we need to save all these 3 values, Office 365, all user and SharePoint group, in our testing SharePoint list. So we need to add a submit button. So in order to add the buttons, we need to add one more container. Within the container, we will add the horizontal container, and within this container, we will add 2 buttons. One is for the reset and another one is for the submit button. So we will select the container horizontal container, and we will try to set it direction horizontally from here, and we will define the gap, how much gap we need within the control which exists in these containers. We will select the 20, and we will set the flexible height false, and we will specify the fixed height. In here we will define, let's say the fixed height will be 80, and we will name one label as the reset, and the another one is as the submit. As we have increased the height for each button, and we have changed the colors from here in order to distinguish between the reset and the submit button. So on the reset, we will select the on select property, and we will select the reset form, and in the form we need to pass our form name, which is form 1, like this. So if we will type anything here, test advisory, and if we will click on the reset, it will reset the form. So the final action is we need to write the submit action in order to submit the values into our SharePoint list. In the submit, we need to select the on select, and we will try to find the submit form method, and we will pass the form name. Other thing is we need to force user to fill all these values. So we will select the each data card, and we will set the date required attribute to true for all 3 of them. This will validate user to enter the value before submitting the form. Let's check a preview till this level. We have set the required attribute true for all 3 controls. If I will click submit, it will show me the message like this field is required. In order to make it more interesting, we will select the labels, and we will change the color to red. So this will highlight it more clearly to the users. Before submitting the form, we need to update their update properties for each data card, because we have changed the source for the Office 365 group and the all users. So we will select the update property, and we will go to this block. I will paste it in the description as well. We will select this area, and we will come back to our form, and we will select the update property. In the update property, we need to paste that code as it is, and we will try to format the code. This code was respective to the current user, but we don't need the current user, so we will select the same control value which was selected before. We will cut this, and instead of user we will type data card value 2 dot selected dot email, or if email is not there, you will select the user principal name. Same thing we need to do for the name, display name, user dot selected dot display name. Same thing for the email, selected dot user we need to select this, selected dot principal name. That's it. We will copy the same code and paste it to the all users update property, but we need to change the ID as we did for the previous condition, for the previous control. In this scenario, we have the data card value is 3, so we will change data card value 2 to 3 for all 3 levels. Once we have done, we will remove this code and we will publish the code and we will see the results. So let's test the form. This is the preview mode. In the preview mode, we have selected the executor test. For the Office 365 column, we have selected Taha user for the all users, and we have selected the advisory test user for the SharePoint group. So let's submit. Record has been submitted successfully. We have notified the message and the forms has been refreshed. Now we will refresh this list of tasks and we will see. We can see like executor test, it's updated. In the Office 365 group, in the all user, we have added the Taha users, and in the SharePoint group, we have added the advisory test user. So all of these users have been submitted successfully from the PowerApps, and they have populated successfully from the Office 365 group, SharePoint group, and all users. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe this channel for more Power Platform videos and other technical information. Thank you.